That's right.
Do you shoot tasers out of your face?
It's metaphorical!
For what?
For it is a name what strikes fear into the hearts of anyone what hears it.
I am Groot. If you're looking for a spell in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands that gives an ode to an amazing movie in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Laserhand may be the spell for you. Now, of course, it's not Taserface and may not necessarily strike fear in the hearts of any enemy who hears it. But Laserhand is a spell in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands that you charge up and shoots a laser at enemies. What's up YouTube, Zero here, and in this video I'm going to do a legendary spell review of the Laserhand in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. In this video I'll go through the overview of the Laserhand, we'll get into some more gameplay and I'll talk about the perks of using this spell, some of the drawbacks. I'll go over where you can grind if you're looking to grind to drop this spell so you can add it to your inventory. And at the end of the video, I'll get into Fate or Hate. Is this spell fated to be in your inventory, or are you going to hate it and throw it away? Without further ado, let's go through the overview. So I am playing as a spell shot, and I have two laser hands equipped. You can see each of their statistics on the screen. The one on the left is chaotic, the one on the right is not. This is an Arcane legendary spell. Both of these deal fire damage. One has a slightly quicker cooldown and deals more damage. Of course, it's chaotic. Both of them have a 3% critical chance. One on the right has 2 spell charges. The one on the left is going to be dealing more fire damage. Of course, it is a name which strikes fear into the hearts of anyone who hears it. An ode to Guardians of the Galaxy's Taserface. Both of these are enchanted. Both are jacketed enchanted, so on spellcast, I'm increasing my gun damage by 30% for 10 seconds with each of these spells. They have both increased spell damage by 20%, and of course, some increased crit damage as well. Both of them, even though one was chaotic and one wasn't, were dealing a little bit around the same amount of damage. So now that we've gone through the overview of the Laserhand, not to be confused with Taserface, let's get into some more gameplay and talk more about this spell. So any spell or any gun in the game, especially legendary, you're going to be looking for the perks of that piece of equipment. Well, the Laserhand, you're going to have to charge. It's an Arcane spell, and the more you charge it, the more damage it's going to deal. So of course you want to charge it for as long as possible, and you're going to deal more damage. Now each laser hand that drops is only going to be in one element. You saw that both of my laser hands were fire. That's the only element damage that you can get for laser hand. So regardless of the laser hand you get, it will be dealing fire elemental damage. So it's going to be more powerful against flesh type enemies. Now again, the longer you hold it in, the more damage it's going to do. So this can be a gift and a curse. If you have time to hold in and charge up these spells, you can deal a ton of damage to the enemy that you're aiming at. However, sometimes when you're going through levels or the Chaos Chamber, you're going to be overwhelmed with enemies, and you may not always get the time to charge up a spell. So that could be one of the drawbacks of Laserhand, regardless of if you're a spell shot dual wielding it like I am, or if you're just grinding with one spell hand equipped, regardless of what character you are. If you only have one Laserhand equipped, sometimes it can be difficult to charge up a spell, of course, because you're overwhelmed with groups of enemies. So that's one of the drawbacks. Now, if you're looking to grind for the Laserhand, head over to the Chaos Chamber. This is going to be a Chaos Chamber drop. So grind through the Chaos Chamber and you do have a chance of dropping the Laserhand. So now that we've gone through the overview of the two laser hands that I'm using and where you can grind if you're looking for this spell, let's get into Fate or Hate. Is this spell fated to be in your inventory, or are you going to hate it and should you throw it away immediately? This spell can deal a lot of damage. Holding it in charges it up, allowing you to deal more damage, which is absolutely awesome. Now, I don't recommend dual wielding it, especially on the higher chaos levels, and some of the areas that you may be going into, because, of course, it only deals fire damage, so you're not going to be able to deal enhanced damage against enemies with a shield or armor. So I do really like this as maybe one hand of a spell shot, but if you're trying to dual wield, I wouldn't recommend using both. But ultimately, I do recommend this spell. It can deal a lot of damage, and it was absolutely fun to use. But let me know in the comments section what you think of this spell. Let me know if you've grinded for it and if you like it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, peace.